So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today we got another top rising game called Royale. It's a mixture of all of your favorite games, and I think this is going to be an interesting one to talk about. So let's get straight into the video.
Before you came round, I was heading for a small.
Just recently I was browsing the Steam store trying to find a game to replace PUBG when I came across Royale. I've got my friends to thank for this because he told me about the game. You know, at first I was a bit hesitant. I was like, this just looks like another Fortnite copy, but I was very wrong. This game is much more different from Fortnite, and I'm going to be talking about it today. Let's just get straight into it, I guess. I mean, Royale is much more different. You get 5 classes, I believe: Ranger, Mage, Warrior. There's a couple more, and each of them are very unique. Some of them have flying abilities, some of them you have jumping abilities, and turning invisible, teleporting. You know, there's all types of little abilities. It's kind of like World of Warcraft, like an MMORPG but battle royale style, which I find is really cool, and it's like a good mixture of all your other favorite games you guys might have. Some other cool features they have is such as each class have its own legendary weapon. So the mage has a staff, the warrior has throwing tomahawk axes. Also, when you do die, you don't die straight away or go down. You can transform into a chicken, and this chicken you can kind of walk around, and for about 30 seconds if you live, you can transform back into human. So that's really cool. I think that gives people a fighting chance to, you know, get back up in the fight and help your teammates. I think that's a pretty cool feature they decided to add in. That's like the bare basics of the game, and like really I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that make this game so great, and I think this is going to be like the next big thing, and here's the top 5 reasons. One of the first point this game does pretty well is that it's more than just another battle royale, and I say that because this game isn't like the average Fortnite or PUBG. It's much more different in the sense that there's classes, right? Each class is different. They all have their own abilities, and I think that's really unique, and you can always have room for improvements in the future, you know, more classes. And I think another thing is the mount is really nifty. There's no need to find a car, there's no need to walk around all the way to the circle. You know, you can just press C and your mount's there, which I think is really cool. And obviously you can imagine they're going to add all sorts of mount skins in the future as well. They're going to add you know, some more classes in the future, which I think, you know, it leaves a lot of things to add and do, which I think is going to keep the game alive. So it's also got like more abilities. So for example, in the clip you might see the assassin here has a smoke grenade and an impact grenade and the little teleportation thing. Those are all the abilities you can get for your unique class. You know, the hunter might have his net and his flask. You know, you have all these different abilities, different mounts, different classes, and PUBG and Fortnite don't have this. Fortnite's more shitty in the sense that you need to build more than you need to focus on the gunplay, and PUBG, well, you can't even play that game anymore since it's so bad. So for an alpha game, I think this game has got off in a good foothold for now, and it's unique, and I think that's what's going to keep this game dying out. It's going to keep it you know, get more popular with the people, and I think that's really important. I think that's something a lot of people will enjoy as well.
I was ready to blow me down.
Okay, so for our second point, we're going to be talking about the optimization and the updates of this game. So far they have made quite a lot of updates in the short alpha period they have been in. They've changed a lot of things. They've added elemental damage to weapons. They've changed the warrior from being very OP to, you know, decent now. He's quite balanced. The optimization for an alpha game is better than PUBG in its current form, you know, and the work rate is quite mad as well. You know, they've got just the same work rate as Fortnite, always updating, listening to the community, giving back, and you know, if you go on the Discord, you'll see all of the updates they're making. All you need to do is give some feedback, and these guys will improve on it. So I think that's a really cool aspect of the community. The dev team's doing a really good job in this. So if they can keep this up, I think this is literally going to be a better Fortnite eventually. The optimization, again, there are some problems. I'm not going to lie. For an alpha game, it's meant to have problems. But again, for an alpha game, it's not meant to be out yet. But I guess, you know, they're trying to jump on the whole battle royale hype, so I can't really blame them. But the optimization is pretty good. You know, most of my clips you should see, like, I've been having smooth FPS only until when I get into the blue zone. But obviously, again, like I said, the updates are really good. They fixed the lag you would get from the blue zone, most of it. You still might get it, but it's not as as bad as it used to be. So I guess that's pretty good. The optimizations are good, and the updates are coming along fine as well. Now, another reason why this game is definitely something worth downloading is that there is no pay to win structure. Everything is free, there's no OP weapon that you can buy. It's easy to understand, you know, there's nothing difficult about this game. You have your weapons, abilities, and that's it. It's no World of Warcraft, you have to learn the potion spells, and no RuneScape, there's no PUBG having to learn like read books on how the sniper works in real life for you to understand the game. You know, it's got crisp sound system, gunplay is pretty damn good as well, although I won't lie, it's kind of lacking in the gunplay system at the moment, but obviously that is going to be fixed soon. I can already see that. So it's easy to understand, and no OP weapons, no pay to win structure, so I think that's pretty awesome of this game. The next point we are going to be looking at is going to be a pretty big one, so I'm going to try going through this as quickly and still keep your attention as much as I can. That is that this game has taken elements of all of the other games that make them big and successful, but it still managed to stay unique to its own way. When I say in fact that it takes inspiration, it's very clear that it took inspiration from Fortnite, Radical Heights, it took inspiration from PUBG. You know, the no ammo system is just like Overwatch. You know, it's like some people have said to me that it's an Overwatch battle royale, which is kind of debatable, but you know, you kind of get the idea. It's taken a lot of inspiration from games such as Fortnite. You know, the pace of Fortnite is always so quick, and I think that's what made it so successful. The art style made the kids happy, the gunplay and the fast pace made the adults happy, and you know, it appealed to a mass audience, and I think that's pretty cool what they did. You know, you go to a forge, you're always going to encounter people, but the game itself still managed to stay unique. It still managed to bring something new to the field, and those new things are a class system, the unique abilities, the legendary weapons, you know, the customization, the mounts, and all these type of things made a MMORPG thrown into a battle royale, which I think no other game has managed to do. The only complaint I do have with a lot of games nowadays is that they keep releasing unfinished games. The game itself, it has a lot of bugs at the moment. You know, there's quite a few things. You know, the gunplay isn't quite smooth, but I think it still managed to stay so good that it kept an audience still there, and it kept us waiting for the next update, what new thing they're gonna add. So you know, elements of all these type of games that make them good thrown into one, but still managed to stay unique, and I think that's pretty awesome, and one of the big reasons why people play this game. To draw in the final point of this video, we're going to be talking about the popularity of this game. Naturally, people are going to be attracted to a game that has a large follower base, or has popular streamers, or you know, people making YouTube videos of the game. So you already know that with Fortnite and PUBG, most of us got into it because a popular streamer was playing it, or our friends were playing it. And the reason why Fortnite's beating PUBG is because it's free to play, and it appeals to such a big audience of people, not just the hardcore combat players. So this game is attracting attention, not only because it's free to play, but because of its popularity with streamers as well, such as Ninja, Joshua G, Shroud. They're all starting to play it, and Ninja himself has got a clip of him literally saying, I think he's going to make this his second game after Fortnite. So you're going to see this game more and more, and your friends are going to start playing it. Eventually you will give it a try as well. It doesn't take much to run, you know, people are loving it, the streamers are loving it as well, so you know, it's not going to take long until this game takes over, just like Fortnite did. So definitely give it a shot. The end conclusion of this video, it's really down to preference if you like the game or not. You know, there's a lot of competitors at the moment. You know, E3 just came out, and Battlefield, COD, they all announced Battle Royale in their games as well. So you know, I guess this is kind of good as well, because it's going to force developers to actually make something new rather than just replicate something, you know, like. So that's why I think, you know, the people should give a game a go. I think this game is pretty damn good, you know, for an alpha. It's currently well built, and I look forward to what the future brings for this game, really. But that's it for my video today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave some suggestions down below, like, subscribe, all that usual shit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.